this is problem number 9 from the H10-7 homework. The directions are now asking us to determine the number of terms n in each geometric series. So for problem 9, they're describing this series with the first term is -3, the multiplier is 4, and then it says the sum of n number of terms is -4,095. Okay, so we have to really, on these kinds of problems, we have to really look at what information are they giving us. Because you have some different kinds of formulas that you could use. You could use your nth term formula, right, to sometimes figure out how many terms there are. Or sometimes here, right, you might need to use your sum formula just based on whatever it is that they're giving you. So in this case, right, since they're giving us the sum of n number of terms, it's looking like we're going to need to use that formula to help us solve for n. So let's take it here and let's substitute in what we know. We know that S sub n, or the sum, right, is -4,095. So we're going to say -4,095 equals our first term, which is -3, times 4 raised to the power of n, which we don't know, so that's what we're going to be solving for, minus a -3, right? Because our first term is -3, so we have to make that minus a -3 over r minus 1, so 4 minus 1. So as we look to try to solve this here, let's just start simplifying. We have -4,095 is going to equal, we have -3 times 4 to the power of n. Do not multiply the -3 and the 4 because 4 has an exponent here. Then we have plus 3, and we're dividing that by 3. So we could take this, do several things here. I mean, we do have a common factor in the top. We could take that and factor out the 3 if we wanted to. If you make mistakes when you do that and you don't feel comfortable, then let's just undo it. That's totally fine. We'll take it here and we will, let me pull out my little toolbar there so I can choose some other colors. All right, let's take it here and let's just multiply both sides by 3. All right, so when we do that there, I've got -3 times 4 to the power of n plus 3, right, because this just canceled out those 3's, is going to equal 3 times -4,095, which I believe is -12,285. You can use your calculator to get that. There's no problem with that at all. And now it's just, solving it, right? Let's just subtract 3 from each side here. We've got -12,288 is equal to -3 times 4 to the power of n. Again, let's divide now by a -3. So when we divide that by a -3, we should get 4,096 is going to equal 4 to the power of n. And now we have an exponential. So either you can take the log of each side or you can rewrite it in its log form, right? We have log, our base is 4, the value is 4,096, and that should equal our exponent here, which is n. And if you want to type that into the calculator, you may. That should end up being, I think, 6. So that means that we end up here having 6 terms in this series. That's all it's asking for, right? Because we already knew what the sum was up here. So this is number 9 from the H10-7 homework. If you have questions, please make sure you reach out to your teacher. Number 10 will be very similar. So if you answered your question on this one, maybe go in and try number 10 now. Thanks for watching.